would hire someone with 5 driving suspendeds before I'd hire a thief. You know what I mean?
That's perfectly understandable.
And a lot of employers, I think, feel the same way.
Make sure I have the everything unmuted and everything. So here's Judge Shackelford.
All right. This is 2529330OM, the People versus Christopher Haas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah Schlossel on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Christopher Haas, who's to my right, state your name.
Name is Christopher Jason Haas.
Your Honor, we have reviewed the sentencing recommendation and we both signed it. We have no additions, deletions, or corrections. We do agree with what is set forth. We did have this plea was made pursuant to 771.1. We are asking that you honor that. Your Honor, it does say in there, well, I said there were no additions, deletions, or corrections, but there is a paragraph in there that says that my client was minimizing it, or that he doesn't take this seriously, or that he has no desire to make his life better. Exactly the opposite, Your Honor. He wants to make his life better. He's been applying for jobs. He applied for disability. He's got this health condition that, you know, he had a seizure on his job and they fired him because of it. So it's not like he's blaming other people for his situation. He knows it's his health issue. But, Your Honor, we would ask the court to take into account that he does have this health issue. Your Honor, he knows what he did was wrong. He's very remorseful. He does not have a criminal record. I realize that these are 3 cases in one, but Your Honor, we have resolved them. You will not see him before you again, except to close out this case. He's going to do everything that's required by the court. He's very thankful he was able to work out this deal, that we were able to work out this deal with the city of Taylor. And Your Honor, he has something he would like to say to the court.
All right, go ahead, sir.
I am going to be completely and totally honest here. I never expected to be here before a judge. I do not condone my actions in any way, shape, or form. I do very much regret them. Unfortunately, I've made a stain on my infant and my toddler's life because they will one day learn of what I've done. And I was raised better than this. I made the mistake of allowing myself to think that what I did was going to help them. And I know that I am wrong. And I no longer see it that way. And I intend to follow all terms to make up for my misdoings here. I have no intention to ever reoffend. I don't know what more to say.
Well, I believe you, if that helps. I mean, I have someone in front of me who's no prior criminal history, no outstanding warrants, no indication that this is normalized to you or that this is something that you find socially or morally acceptable. You made a bad decision, right?
Yes.
But I will lecture you for just a moment on, you can ask your lawyer about this. We learned this in law school. There are 2 different types of crimes, right? There are crimes that are bad because the government says so, right? Like driving on a suspended license.
Yes.
That's bad because the government says you have to have a license, right? It's not morally wrong. And then there are crimes that are bad because they're morally wrong. And theft is one of them, you know? I mean, and it's a way, it's one of those crimes that can seriously affect, you know, your future. They really can, because I would hire someone with 5 driving suspendeds before I'd hire a thief. You know what I mean?
That's perfectly understandable.
And a lot of employers, I think, feel the same way. So you have a great opportunity now to learn from a really bad mistake you made one time in your life. And not do it again, because the embarrassment of it, the potential consequences of it, it's just not worth it, right?
No, it
And
was
something
not.
that you thought you could probably sell to get a little bit of money has now cost you triple or quadruple what it would have cost you between an attorney and court fines and costs and restitution. Like, this has ended up costing you a lot more money than you ever would have gained from that interaction, from that theft. So, but I think some probation is appropriate. There was a plea agreement under 771, so at the end of that period, it'll be stricken from your record, or your public record at least, so you won't have to, employers won't be able to see it unless you're working for the government, right?
Yes,
But I don't intend to give you very onerous probationary terms, because I don't think it's appropriate for you.
thank you.
But that the plea agreement's the plea agreement, and once you agree to that, these are, what my expectations will be, but I don't get the impression that this is your character, which is unusual when it comes to theft cases, because normally when you have one, you have a bunch.
Yeah,
Well,
I have no intention of making that, so.
does your mom know?
Unfortunately, yes, immediately upon finding out about it, she used it against me to manipulate me.
Okay.
She
Well-
even made a threat that if she had to, she would use CPS against me.
All right,
my
well,
children.
that's not what I was hoping to hear. I was hoping to hear something different about mom, but that's okay.
My mom is not a good role model for
What
anyone.
about your dad?
My father is a typical God-fearing, hardworking man. He works my entire childhood, doing as many hours as he thought.
So you've seen what it looks like. You've had at least someone in your life that's character building.
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately, my father lost most of his time to actually show us the proper way.
Well, someone's got to pay the bills. That's the difficulty of being a parent,
Yes,
right?
it is.
All right. You have a fine of $50, court cost of $50, estate cost of $50, and a victim's rights fee of $75. Those two are mandated by the state of Michigan. You have probation oversight fees of $350 and restitution in the amount of $236.81. You'll be sentenced to 9 months probation. The sentence will be delayed under 771.1. You're to obtain employment and provide proof. And obviously you have to apply, right? So you're gonna apply for 3 jobs a week and provide proof until you obtain employment.
Okay.
You don't have any outstanding bench warrants. You can't drive without a valid license, and you're gonna do a retail fraud prevention course as directed by probation, provide proof and follow therapeutic recommendations. And once you've completed the terms, basically, if you find employment and you complete the retail fraud class, I'm gonna convert your probation to non-reporting.
Rather, he is trying to get disability. If he's successful in doing that.
Well,
then
if he's doing what he's supposed to do and he has documentation that those are his circumstances, then they'll accept that.
I was in fact wondering if for some reason I end up having the same bad luck I've had for the past 2 years with finding employment. What would that become for me?
Are you applying to 3 places a week and going to interviews? Yes, Judge, I will be now, because that's your order.
I
right?
have been for the past 2
And you
years.
will.
And you will continue.
Yes.
So that's the answer. I mean, ultimately, the goal is to for you to find employment, but I mean, that's on you. These are the terms, but once you've complied with the course, and as long as you're providing proof of, that you're filling out applications, weekly, then I'll allow it to be non-recording. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right, we're all set. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, all's well that ends well there for what appears to be a first-time offender in Judge Shackelford's court. Okay.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.